Alright everybody, this is an instrument I had built with my kids actually. It's kind of inspired by the Blue Man Group. If you haven't seen the Blue Man Group, I encourage you to check them out, see them live, because seeing it on YouTube is cool, but does not match the experience of seeing them live. That being said, this is a very simple project that anybody can do. In fact, everything that I used here I got from really just stuff laying around the garage. For example, as you can see that we have these hose right here. This hose is the same thing you would see coming out of the house that would be attached to your sub pump. Drilling, you just basically marking off each hole, and you take a drill and you drill it. You just make them different sizes. You see, you go from smaller to bigger. And the reason why I say it doesn't matter on the exact size, because you're using this more as a percussion instrument and not so much as a xylophone. Have fun with this. Yeah. Thank you. This concludes my gadget of the week, and I don't know really what to call it other than a PVC xylophone inspired by the Blue. Enjoy. Till next week, I am DJ Tr11, and this is your gadget of the week. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello everybody, we're here right now. We're going to talk about an Adobe After Effect called an effect in Adobe After Effects. Well, that's kind of a hard thing to say, called the time displacement. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to have Maya go in front of me this way. I'm going to have Chloe go behind me in the opposite direction. I'm going to have Quentin with Olivia on top of me go one way and go the other way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit in the middle and I'm going to try to stay as still as possible by still telling you what's going on here and how this works. Alright, and so as you can see, what we did is we laid a gradient over this picture. And by putting time displacement on top of the layer that we have composited from this, whatever is black is a couple, whatever you set it to, slow it. And whatever is in the white is real time. And so if they were to slow it down, and get a much more, I don't know what you want to call it, what effect that is. You get a pretty cool effect. Now when you take this, or when you do this, I recommend taking this in 60 frames per second. And the reason for this is the more frames, the easier it is for your computer to judge where their body is going to be each time. Alright?
everybody. This is how we do it in Adobe After Effects. And before we begin, I should mention that this effect is really off of the effect of slit scan photography. That is such a tough thing to say. Slit scan photography was really used in like horse track races. Basically what it was masking off just everything but like a bar and moving the film behind it instead of the camera moving. The effect was used so that way you could have one place that it was taking a picture of, but was able to take that same position over a period of time. Moving forward, I've already loaded up both the video and then the gradient right here. A lot of the videos that I've seen on how to do this actually use the gradient like this or just a regular linear gradient. But one of the videos I saw, he actually morphed it and animated the gradient so it actually moved, which actually created a really cool effect. All right, moving forward. Next thing we want to do, let's also over here, let's unclick the I button so that way it's not visible anyways. Let's go over here, let's go into effects and controls, and then we're going to go into time. Nope. And we're going to go into time displacement. All right, and the time displacement layer, this is where our gradient is. And we got a faded bar. Max time displacement, this is the 1 second. And what I was saying before, if we make this visible again, everything that is in the black will be slower. And everything that's in the white will be real time. And the stuff that's in the gray is kind of like a faded. That's why also, in addition to doing the 60 frames per second, I also recommend changing it from 8 to 16-bit in Photoshop when you're making this gradient JPEG. All right, moving forward. All right, so I really don't want this to start working until I actually got the kids moving. So I'm gonna set this to 0 here, and I'm gonna set my keyframe animation, and I'm gonna find where I get the kids to start actually moving around. And apparently I talk a lot. Oh yeah, let me read it. First things first, guys, I should have talked about this. Go into your composition settings and make sure that your composition settings is the length of your actual movie. I don't even know how long it is, so I'm just gonna guess and just do. So now that I've found the spot, I want to go ahead and just give us a bump to there. So now that it has a keyframe, I'm going to move it up to the 3-second spot, and I'm going to do up to 1 second. That being said, if you're trying to link this up with music, say you have 120 BPMs, a track that's 120 BPM, it would make sense to use a 1 second or a half second or anything that's in that increments, and everything that you do should move in beat. Now, if you're 140 beats per minute, do the math, and you should be able to figure out the what time you need it to be set at. Otherwise, you can always just play with it until you eye it up. And once I got that, I'm going to go ahead and, that looks pretty cool, I'm going to go ahead and render that. And I got Olivia knocking.
Maya. I'm Chloe. This is the Knock Knock Joke of the Week. Knock knock. Who's there? Banana. Banana who? Banana. Banana who? Orange. Orange who? Orange. Glad I didn't say banana. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you next week. Like a drink. We can't talk.
That smells good. Hello everybody, welcome to the new section of my show called the Smell of the Week. Segment of the show was inspired by this morning actually. I was walking around my house and I was like, man, what is that smell? Actually, I thought another man had entered my house and I had some competition with my wife. But as I'm searching through the house, looking, trying to figure out where the smell is, I enter my boys' room and I see my boys' Scentsy warmer that my wife had given them, and in it was Mystery Man. And I have to admit, I'm a guy, right? So when my wife started the Scentsy thing, I was like, my house is gonna smell like a bunch of girls. Not saying that it's a bad thing, but that being said, this Mystery Man right here smells good. All right, I recommend it. I'm gonna leave my wife's link in the description below so you can order some of this, because you need to order some of this. If you are a guy that wants to impress the ladies and your house smells like socks or shoes, not good like new socks, like dirty socks, like you just got done with the gym socks, get some of this. Alright, that concludes my smell of the week section of the show. Smell you later. That smells good. Now, how he did this is he used what was called mats, and he would use pieces of glass that he had painted black and film it, and then rewind the film, and then reverse the mat, and then film what he needed to in each spot. The double or multiple exposure gave audiences something they have never seen before, a magical way to have multiple heads.
M-Phazes, good gracious. Friday flips number 5. Illy, M-Phazes on the track. Levels, Avicii, cause Flow Rider didn't do it justice. Yeah. Now what am I to do? No time to appease both sides, cause haters will stay mad till the girl's pantyhose dry up. So keep hating, keep bitching, get my profile up. And this is how you flip it, man, fuck Flow Rider. Don't need to make dance music for you to dance to it, when I can make a crowd bounce with a hand movement. I got a genius on the beat, so don't act stupid. Of course we're gonna crush shit, fuck with, man, who is you to doubt it? I ram raid boots down, we tear through, fuck moving round it. Build it without conviction, and no bulk billing or filling out prescriptions, killing our addiction. Took the rap game unfiltered and triple distilled it to drip some real music through your system. So where the IVB, we hook it up on the bi-weekly. Fry flip 5 levels of each. So on the real, on the real, on the real, on the level, feels good to be back. So what the deal, what the deal, what the deal, what's doing, where the fuck y'all at? And on the real, on the real, on the real, can't put my finger on that, but sometimes I get this feeling that I never had before. Strange stranger things can happen. Rap took me from Frankston line to Lower East Side of Manhattan.